Welcome to this presentation of the Caldera RIP solutions. Our RIP solutions offer a very graphical and intuitive user interface. The software is split into two main windows, an application window with the setup tools and devices, and an image window containing multiple tabs to facilitate organization. To import a file, you will need to go to the tab you want to load them in. Drop the file browser to the desktop, select the files you want to import, and click Open. The file will then be ripped at the lower resolution for preview and imported inside the software. This operation is multitasking. You can close the file manager and the file will continue being imported in the background. If you want to print a file, you will need to drop it to the printer, select your resolution, roll size, material, color mode, and action to be performed. Then click on the print button and the file will be processed or printed. You are able to check the status of the ripping or printing in the spooler. As you can see here, you see the progress of the file. Files can also be imported into the Caldera software using a hot folder option. You can create as many hot folders as you want to organize or facilitate automation. Here we will drop the file into the test print folder, which has been pre-configured to import the file in this tab inside of the software. In the meantime, we will view this file in high resolution. It is very simple. Just drop the file to the desktop. You can then use the mouse to zoom in, zoom out, or move the file. If you want to crop an area, you would need to select the crop tool on the left-hand side, select the desired piece, and choose Copy. This piece will then be exported here as a new file ready to be printed. In the meantime, our other import option has imported the files ready to be printed in this new Test Print tab. If you wish to do advanced printing, you would need to drop the file to the printer and open the layout window. This layout window allows you to choose, scale, and modify the file. You can enter a scaling factor or graphically size the file. Mirror the file for backlit printing. Set it back to a 1:1 scale. Maximize it on the sheet. Center it, or choose your orientation. Files can also easily be repeated along the page by clicking the plus button. If you desire to have some space between files, you can enter that here. Changing the scale will immediately change the scale of all repeated elements as well. You can also easily add crop marks to your file and basic annotations. The Caldera software has the unique ability to zoom inside the preview to ensure that you have selected the appropriate option. The Caldera software also has the ability to support contour cutting. A file containing a contour shape will appear in the image bar with a scissor icon. If you drop one of these files into the printing window and enable the cutting, you will see the cut shape is shown in red. Caldera will then add registration marks and barcodes necessary to track your job. You also have the ability to add an extra cut contour around the copy or around multiple copies if you nest the file with multiple copies. We will then send this job to the printer to see how the cutter will operate afterwards. Caldera also offers unique color management tools, which include spot color management and Pantone license libraries. You are able to take a file containing Pantone colors and see the list of embedded colors within the file. By browsing to the Details tab, you are able to see the desired color and the achievable color within the printer's color gamut. You can also locate the colors inside the file. The software will highlight this location to ensure you have the proper colors in the right spots. Using a measurement device, you are able to pick a color and assign it to specific targets. Here we are selecting the orange of this Caldera Flamboy image. Choose the I1 device, calibrate it, and then pick the color of our business card. Again, Caldera will show you the desired color and the achievable color within the printer's color gamut. Raising the resolution of a printer could also change the accuracy of this color. If you want to print multiple files, you can drop the file to the printer. Instead of clicking Print, you would click Nest. Then select the scale of your file and hit Print. Then we can take another file and change it to 4 copies, and another file and change it to 7 copies. All of these files will be spooled and nested together. As you can see here, we have isolated the files and the nested file. Since cutting was enabled, all the files will be nested together, and the software will create a cut shape around all of the files together. If you do not want to have cutting enabled, you just need to remove the cutting from the main application window. For printers supporting white, Caldera offers a full white ink flow by using the White tab. By enabling the separation, Caldera will detect the way the file has been built. In our example here, the file contains a white spot color, and you can easily colorize the white areas and hide the underneath image to see all the elements that will be printed in white. This file is another example using a TIFF file with an extra channel, an alpha channel that will also be used as white. You can also use the built-in option to generate white on the inked areas or on the surfaces that do not have ink. Caldera offers also a very unique layout tool, enabling nesting and several more options. To use this tool, you will need to open the Compose window, select your printer and proper media size. Drop your elements onto the page. By pressing down the Control button, you can decide how many items you want to have. For example, 5, and then place your files manually. This tool allows you to manually rotate or position files. You can also use a nesting mechanism and specify the space between 2 elements and hit the Nest button. If you need to add new files, you can do so by dragging them in and clicking on Nesting. You are able to nest files with all types of elements, for example, files containing cut contours, PDF files, raster files, JPEG files, RGB files, CMYK files, and files with different input profiles. There are no limitations. Once your layout is finished, you can remove the surrounding white areas and then create your new document. This file is now ready to be printed. You can do that by dropping it to the printer, select Print, and scale it to the desired size if needed, and click on Print. Once again, the file will be spooled and processed. If you need to tile a file, you can open the tiling application. Tiling offers a very flexible and advanced way to optimize tiles. To do this, you would need to drop a file in, define its scaling, define your media size, and let the software calculate the ideal number of tiles while also providing the media usage for this tile. Caldera also allows you to move the tiles around for fine adjustment or select a fixed number of tiles. If you need to add an overlap, you can select the areas where you need it. Select the overlap value and click Enter. The overlap area will show up in red. The tiling module of Caldera also offers the ability to add grommets and finishing frames. This is done in the wizard by selecting the side you want the grommets to be put on, the diameter of the grommets, and the quantity. You then click on the Create button, and the software will add the desired number of grommets. Tiling also offers a unique feature to load and save templates. We can reload a tiling sample, which contains a predefined set of tiles with a specified number of tiles, overlap, and grommets. Once you are ready, you would need to click on the Create Poster button, then click on Create New Poster, and the tile image will appear inside the software. If you wish to print it, you would need to drag and drop it to the printing device. Print all the tiles, or view them one by one, and print them selectively. Caldera also offers a variety of automation. As you saw earlier, we use the Hot Folders option to import into this Test Print tab. Here we have created a hot folder that is linked to an automation process that will print all files at 100% and nest them. By opening the hot folder and browsing to the proper directory, select some images and drag them into our hot folder. All of these files will now be processed, loaded inside this tab, and sent to the print spooler, all nested together. As you can see, the auto nest will fill itself with all the desired files until it achieves the appropriate media coverage. The nesting can also be set to be manually released, letting you decide when you want to print it. By clicking the Print button, we finalize the nesting and the entire file will be ripped and sent to the printer. Caldera also offers a very unique ability to share ripping resources between multiple Caldera workstations. As you can see on this workstation, by opening the user configuration, you can decide to send jobs to another workstation. This can easily be done by selecting the printer or installing the driver and entering the IP address of the remote Caldera computer. By doing so, every file sent to this device will not be ripped locally, rather sent to a remote spooler on another Caldera workstation. This will appear fully transparent from the end user's perspective. You will then see here the queue of this particular workstation, while still being able to send jobs to your local workstation. Caldera also offers the ability to profile media in a very easy and intuitive way. The application is wizard-based and guides you through all of the steps necessary for profile creation. You are able to store as many medias as you need and as many combinations of resolutions and color modes. Profiling can easily be done by following the wizard. Printing the targets and measuring them. At every step of the profile creation, you can decide to print a test ink chart to verify your curves. Transition will ensure optimal usage of light and dark ink transitions, therefore allowing you to decide where to use light inks to ensure optimum output in regards to graininess and color management control. Caldera integrates the latest X-Rite technology using the X-Rite i1 Prism engine to ensure state-of-the-art color management. At the end of the profiling process, Caldera offers a very advanced color gamut viewer, allowing you to see all of the defaults and all of the effects of your profile. The shape and the advanced color analysis showing you how well your profile will be able to reproduce colors. This concludes our Caldera demonstration. Thank you very much for your attention.